49.
Oh, good afternoon from Lancashire once again. This is Dennis Hubbard. We're on tips number 49. We'll continue the one from 48, from fruit to vegetables of a kind. So we'll go into the greenhouse. The greenhouse is only 6 foot by 4 with perspex, and this is what you can produce from that. We have cucumbers of quite a good size, and the thing with these cucumbers homegrown, they're not strong. You can eat them with comfort. They're not strong, they're not ripped on you. But this side as well, more.
Wow, that's a big one there.
Yeah. And the tomatoes, is a wealth of tomato plants here, which is also useful, but these plants here are chrysanthemums, in-curl chrysanthemums that have been outside all spring and summer. Now I brought them in so that they can get the benefit of a greenhouse, and they will make a really good show in the winter. Right, next we have, well, we'll not talk about the runner beans for a moment. We'll talk about this raised frame, cucumber frame it was supposed to be, that for some reason it's been a dead loss. It's been really nothing, cucumbers haven't grown, and this is supposed to be full of phylacteous fruit. This is supposed to be melons, but it's not worked. The only thing that I have done, I've managed to get some carnation cuttings off the main plant in the greenhouse, put them in here for a couple of weeks, then individual pots. So that'll be something from this raised.
So why didn't it work then? Is it because it gets too hot, or?
I don't know. I think possibly the soil, the compost. One thing I have learned, you can go into a B&Q and places like that and see a bag of compost, £22. You can also go and get 4 of the same size at a garden centre for £10. There's got to be some difference, and I've realised that you've got to have a quality compost for these sort of things, cucumbers and melons. Now we'll get on to the runner beans.
I'll bring it out.
We've had a good crop so far, and as you can see, there are a lot more to come. Heck of a lot more to come. I always have a sunflower because that attracts the bees. Because without the bees, they wouldn't grow. That has been pollinated, and you see the small beans have been pollinated by the bees, and there's no other way that the beans will grow without the bees pollinating.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a hell of a lot, isn't there?
Yes, there's a lot to come. Ready for everyday use or every other day use, and for the freezer. I'll just deviate from the runner beans to the sweet peas, a novelty I've had this year. And when I get a particular good colour, I mark it so that I let the seeds grow, and at the end of the year I can have my own seeds.
And you put that little bit of wire on to mark it.
That's it, and I know exactly what colours I'm going to get. There's one there, that was a beautiful white. There's a dark blue, an extremely good.
And then you save the seeds. And grow them next year. So you never have to buy any then, obviously.
You have to buy any, but on top of that I know what colour I'm going to get. Right, we'll move round to the side garden now. Here haven't done as well as in previous years. They're there, and there'll be enough. But there again, it's the compost. It's got to be good. Gladiola, they're just starting to break now. Nice, a beautiful red gladiola. And down here, last year, I had some courgettes. I didn't particularly like them, but they take up too much room. But they are liked by the family. And I didn't take any notice of them until they self-set, or they came up from the original root. And this is the result. Now, you can bring your camera down here.
Blimey.
That's one over there.
Straight.
Over there.
That's huge.
Yeah. And they're what we would really call self-setters, because I didn't plant anything. They're from last year's crop. Beetroot. This is going to be a good crop, even though even though it's been so dry. We've had one lot of rhubarb so far, which we've had for lunch today in a crumble, and there's another lot to come now. Finally, we have parsnips. You can see that.
Yeah.
Now they, last year, were coming on in October, November, but this year they've come they've come much earlier. Now over here we've got the carrots. Now you should not. They're not very big, but the children like them, and they're very, very nicely cooked. If you start to take a lot out, you'll get carrot fly. So I'm leaving them in. They're going to be cramped, but they're going to be no carrot fly. And that's just about it.
Well, it's looking really nice again this year.
Yeah.
So it's end of July, beginning of August.
Yeah.
And everything's in full go, isn't it?
That's right. We're getting quite a lot of produce. I will say something about the kiwi. I've cut it back. So I had kiwi flowers on this year. I read in one book where you should cut all the spare off, keep it down to a minimum, and I'll see what happens next year.
Right. Okay.
Just one more final point about lawns. With this dry season, you're getting brown patches on the lawn. The worst thing you can do is water it and feed it. That will only make matters worse. Leave it until the rain comes and they will soon pick up. Right, that's about it for now, and we'll probably have another one or two in the autumn. Okay, bye.